So I was thinking about the phases of kind of my response to Jennifer walking out and leaving the marriage back in July of last year. And I think for probably the first 2 or 3 months, it was the equivalent of me being hit over the head with a shovel. I don't think, I actually am not sure how I even was able to go to work or really function at all. So that was kind of that first season. And then after that, it was kind of like going in and out of consciousness, like when you're really, really sick, where you're kind of, you come to for a second, have a lucid moment, and then kind of fade back out. And it's like I'm on morphine or halfway hallucinating kind of experience. And then for a couple months after that, it was like how a drowning victim is, I think, flailing their arms around, trying to grab their arms around anything they can, which for me, of course, was my marriage, and wanting to save that. And I still do. I love my wife, but I put her above Jesus for so long that that just had to get corrected. And the Lord just was like, hey, I'm not gonna stand for that. I gotta reset this. It's not working. So, which it's funny, because if you ask Jennifer, she'd probably tell you, well, my husband didn't really love me very well. And she's right. I didn't. I give myself maybe a C- on that. But anyway, so, and then finally now, we're coming up on a year here, and maybe 2-3 months. So it feels like I'm finally now like in the ocean. I still can't see land, so I don't know when I'm going to get to land. But I'm doing the back float, right? So I'm able to kind of float and let the waves kind of roll over me. And there are still some big waves. The grief is pretty intense still, because it's like having somebody you love die, but combine that with like the rejection of, knowing that they chose not to be with you. And then if, you're on social media a lot, which I had to back out of that, had to not be attached to my wife on social media, where you see them liking things from other people, specifically other single men that remind you of yourself, and you think, oh, wow, that's really happening. So anyway, that was brutally hard. Yeah, Jesus, I love you. I trust you. You are an amazing God. And trying to find that balance of there's this skinny little place of living, in reality, and living in what's real, and not living in fantasy land, but also believing and hoping and even speaking, life over something that looks really dead. So I am still absolutely believing for my marriage in the future, that the Lord can redeem it, even if it dies all the way. And yeah, because I know that I serve a God of miracles, so I'm going to believe that while living in the now. Yeah, and I love you, Jennifer. I always will. And I'm in covenant with you, hon. So, yeah. Anyway. Good morning from Jacksonville. Mega shalom. Bless you guys. Saturday morning. I think it's the 27th today, April. Love you guys, and Blackwell out.